We welcome on recurring guest and friend. Can we say friend?
I think we can.
Okay. It is JJ Watt.
Best friend, JJ Watt.
In New York City. It's great to have you back on. Great to have microphones this time so everyone can not yell at us, which was our fault.
Yeah. No, hopefully they can hear us this time.
Fun little story. When we interviewed you in your gym in Wisconsin, we hired some outside people to do the audio and the video, and one of the guys brought home his computer, and his kid went on the computer, or they transferred files, and he just watched the whole thing and then DM'd us and was like, hey, I have all the JJ Watt footage. And we're like, can you not release that, please? So it was a clusterfuck from start to finish. But it's good to have you here. It's good to have you in the office. Where do we want to start? You want to start with football?
We can start wherever you'd like to start, Kat.
All right, let's start with football. Good year for the Texans.
Good, not great.
Good, not great.
I like that attitude.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
So you're not getting younger, obviously, none of us are, but you're, about to be 30.
It's a hot take.
Yeah, it is a hot take.
hot
About to be
take.
30.
Are you sure about that?
You guys are, the Texans feel like that team that's always kind of flirting with it.
Right.
Is it get harder every year when you get bounced from that first Saturday playoff game that you always play?
Well, I think with the type of team that we have now, and obviously, you have a quarterback, and when you come into a season and you have a guy who you know is going to be the quarterback, you have a whole offseason to work with him, and the type of talent that we have. Hop is an unbelievable receiver. You got Lamar Miller in the backfield, the defensive guys that we have. You have a chance to build on that chemistry that we worked on, and obviously it didn't end the way we wanted it to, but the 9-game winning streak and learning from an 0-3 start and coming back and winning games, we have some young guys, and our quarterback's a young guy, so to be able to go through that season and some of the ups and downs and to have such a tough ending like that, it makes you hungry to go back in there and work, and I think that's going to help us this offseason.
Is it weird having a good quarterback? Do you miss a little bit of that element of,
Yeah.
Hey, we got Tom Savage, I'm going to have to train extra hard this offseason?
It's crazy. We went through so many over the years, and so many of them great guys. You love having them in the locker room.
TJ Yates. Yates of hell.
Loved them. We had the one year we had Jake Delhomme and we had Jeff Garcia.
Yeah, it moved. That just made it move when you just said those
legends.
words.
It was insane, and they were awesome guys. We were joking around one for their birthday one year. I think it was Jeff Garcia's 40th birthday, and we bought him a walker, and it was hilarious.
Right.
But then you're also that guy's going to step out there for quarterback at us, and to have a guy like Deshaun who is going to go out there and perform, and what he's capable of doing, it is really nice, and it's fun to sit on the bench as a defensive player and watch it, knowing that every single drive you have a chance to go down and score a touchdown.
So you practice against him. Is he as elusive as he looks on the field? Or are you nah, I got this?
He's very elusive. But he also, I think he's a good pocket passer. Mm-hmm. I think that's one thing that, people, when you think of him, you immediately think of a guy that can move around and get away from pressure, but he is good in the pocket. But I never get to get close enough to really have any
Big Cat's
fun.
not a football. He doesn't understand that
you
you
can
go
touch
against
him.
the scout team.
You can touch him.
Yeah, the ones
Touch
go
him.
against the scout team.
We're talking about camp.
I played a lot of scout team fullback back in my day.
What motivated you more? I know what motivated you more, but is there a little small part of you that was motivated by the fact I would have to cut off my pinky if you won the Super Bowl?
Once I heard about it, I did start doing extra reps in the weight room. I did stay after practice a little bit.
Would you have watched? Would you have come? I offered it to you.
I would have been there.
Yes.
Oh,
I said you could have cut it off.
I would have been there.
It would have been great.
I don't know if I could have stomached cutting it off myself.
Right.
But I
Well, and I also
would
have just sued you right
No
away.
doubt. Brilliant.
Instantly.
Yeah.
I'd have been
Super Bowl check gone.
yeah, there you go. That would have been.
Would you have legitimately
Yes,
followed through?
100%.
How much of it would have gone?
From the tip up. And now I'm going to have to do it every year. I'm going to have to pick a team.
Right.
So I picked it when you guys were 0. I think you picked it when you were 2 and 3.
No. What happened was, so we put the Dunn chain on
Yes.
your team. You probably were aware of our famous Dunn chain. Everybody talks about it. When you guys were 0-3, we hung that necklace around your neck and said the Texans, they're not winning. They're not doing anything this year. We counted you guys out. That amongst many other pundits, I think.
Correct.
Yes.
We wrote you guys off, and then after you went on a little run, I was like, I think we got to reconsider the Dunn chain and maybe take the necklace off him. And Big Cat was like, they're not doing shit. If they win the Super Bowl, I'll cut my pinky off.
That was
and then it was a record scratch moment. We're like, wait, did you just
Yes.
did you say that?
I
and
would.
Once you say something like that on this show, we're all in. There's no turning back from that.
I would have.
He would have, yeah.
It would have been.
I respect
it would have been a great content moment.
Can you imagine the viewership?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I would have sold
You
so
could have
many
pay-per-viewed
ads.
it, sold it? Oh.
I would have sold ads, mini ads on the tip of my pinky and had to zoom in. And as it gets cut, it's brought to you by 1-800-Flowers.
You may want to consider doing it just for the content.
I need you to win. Maybe it's No,
I mean, do you stick with us every year? I mean, come on.
I'm gonna stop.
Do you know Tim Tebow?
I mean, acquaintances. Yeah,
So
it's not like
our thought was that he could come in and circumcise Big Cat's pinky, just cut the tip off.
Tip off. Right
He's got
there.
experience. I mean,
true.
if you want to make that phone call,
I mean, he has.
He's been out there.
he's been in the trenches.
done it.
Yeah, for sure.
So I mean, I guess maybe I will do. I'm not going to do it right now, but maybe next year I'll give you that extra motivation again and be like, hey,
all right,
you can cut off my pinky or watch me cut off my
right.
pinky. Because what better Super Bowl? Like you win the Super Bowl, you reach the highest height, and then you get to watch your number one Twitter troll cut off a piece of his finger.
Oh yeah. Peace to the pinky.
Yes,
You got a hashtag.
So last time we spoke, you probably thought we were huge assholes.
Oh, yeah.
and big time Twitter trolls. And things were a little dicey online with the hey JJ stuff for a while, which kind of died down after you sat down and talked to us. But to be fair, you've kind of moved past what you were doing in the past too, with some of the cringy stuff, the extra medium shirts, all that stuff, the Fort Minor, all that. How big of how much credit should we get for improving you as a person? Because I noticed that you didn't win Walter Payton Man of the Year until we visited you.
Right. No, I think it's fair. I think that sometimes, obviously, I think there may be of times it was over the top with the hey JJ, all that stuff, but I also think that there is something to. I mean, sometimes people have to call you on your shit. I mean, it's fair. And I think that if you're not able to sit there and look at yourself and really kind of take inventory of what you've been doing and what you might need to change and things like that. So I do think I'm a different person from that back then. I don't know if it was all because of that, but I do think that it played a part in it for sure. But I'm always trying to grow. I mean, I guarantee I make more mistakes going forward, but
we're just we're actually your best friends. We're the friend group that's like, hey, we're going to call you out on your shit.
You're the people that say, hey, there's broccoli in your teeth.
Right.
Clean it out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly. No, but we were probably a little too harsh. It was you. The great part about that whole interaction, how it ended, is that you also proved that as soon as I think we walked away being like, don't meet the guys that you troll online because you find out they're great people. Like, you actually are a great guy, and it was fun to meet you and be like, oh, shit. Maybe we should pump the brakes. And you also, going forward, I think helped us with future guests being like, yo, if you come on, it kind of takes the air out of the joke and it just makes it a relationship now. You know what I mean? It goes from this adversarial thing to hey, we're just friends now.
Yeah, and obviously it was incredible for me to witness what the listeners did with the raising the money and everything. I mean, that was insane.
Yeah. That
Shout out
insane.
award-winning listeners. That was pretty cool. We didn't think that it was going to blow up like that as soon as it did. And we were talking before we started recording. You still have that check.
I do. Yes. I still have the check. It's still in the gym. I mean, what do you want me to do with it?
You should try to take it to a bank.
Yeah.
I feel like most banks in Wisconsin would be polite enough and be like, okay.
What was that? It was like plastic. It was
it was cardboard.
We
did it at we did it actually at your favorite Qdoba.
Oh yeah.
We did it at the Qdoba. They were like, oh yeah, JJ comes in here all the time. We're like, well, can we move all these tables and write this huge check for him? But yeah, that was kind of a dick move by us. We gave you the check that you can't even throw out
amongst
because it's
many
so
dick
big.
Moves. Yeah,
it basically would be a hazardous thing to the environment if you threw that thing out.
It would be. I literally have no idea what I'm going to do with that thing.
It's so big.
It's there.
So enough of the lovey-dovey stuff. Would you like to care to address the fact that you've regressed as a tight end?
Yeah, I haven't thought about it in a while. I really have, haven't I?
Yes.
Yeah. My touchdown numbers are way down.
Way down.
Did you
I
score
tried
one
to
this
draft
year?
you in fantasy last year, and I couldn't even draft you.
Damn.
What's that? Is that the playbook, or is that you just not wanting to contribute on offense?
I haven't been practicing it.
Really?
I really got to get back in the gym. I just wanted to play defensive end so bad this year. I completely forgot I was a tight end.
Yeah.
I just wanted to play football.
Is it partially Vrabel's not there anymore, so you're not trying to show him that you're better at catching touchdowns than he was?
No, because now that you say it, it would be awesome to catch one against him.
Yeah,
yes.
You should do that.
Yeah.
You should do that.
I mean, a fully healthy offseason this year. I'm going to get back there. I'll start catching some balls again. I'll start running my 2-yard routes, fades into the end zone. I got to get working with Deshaun. I don't think I've ever caught a fade from Deshaun now that you say it.
When was the last time you had a fully healthy offseason?
2014, the end of the 2014 year.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because as soon as 2015 ended, there was the whole second half of the 2015 season was insane. Just trying to get week to week there was wild. So the 2015 season on, I haven't had a fully healthy.
That's nuts.
Yeah, so
well,
I'm
congrats.
so excited.
Yeah, I know.
You're 100% right now? Or as 100% as you can be?
Yeah, so I had a scope a couple weeks ago, and on Monday is when I've been working out for a couple weeks, but you can't fully work out immediately after a scope. So on Monday, I'm in full go workouts.
So you'll be back on Instagram. We can see the videos.
As you guys have noticed, the videos are down. I mean,
they are.
There's there's no more 61-inch box jumps to show. I mean,
True.
The thing that happens when you get older in the league is you have to change your workouts. So I mean, unless you guys want to see some like TheraBand work,
yeah, absolutely.
You know,
like, have you doing it water aerobics with a bunch of 90-year-olds?
How much have you noticed, like the age and being in the league for so long? How much has that changed? Where your workouts and maybe not losing a step, but having to do things differently.
Yeah, so you completely change your philosophy, but you don't change the intensity. So, like, I still work out just as hard and with as much energy and probably the same amount of time, but it's just I'm not necessarily back squatting 425 for sets of 5. I'm doing a belt squat where it doesn't put as much pressure on my back. I'm doing a prowler push where I get, just alleviate some of the situations where you're putting yourself in a bad spot. Tons and tons of core work to make sure that my core is locked in.
I hear that. I'm a big year of the core guy.
I saw your post.
No, dude, I am.
You're working hard on it.
I am. I'm working hard on my core.
Ronaldo in no time, man.
Yes.
I mean, it's got to be coming.
Core is important.
It's extremely important.
It's the most important.
That's what they say.
Yes.
Everything attaches to your core.
Exactly. It all is connected to the core.
How much
I
do you
need
bench?
one of those machines.
I got it. I haven't used it since that day.
Well,
You can have it.
The electro one?
Yeah.
Just because you only used it one time doesn't mean it's still sanitary.
Yeah, that's true. That is actually.
I mean, he's got a big belly button. You don't know what lives inside of there.
And whatever it's sucked out of there is probably pretty disgusting.
But yeah, how much do you bench?
Right now, if I had to bench.
I noticed. So you don't bench.
Right now, yeah, but I'm not in like a full bench. So last offseason, I actually did the thing that I felt the best doing. I did 340 for 16 last offseason.
It's not that much.
Which was that was good. I was excited about
Mark
that.
Schlereth's dad benches more than you.
That's 340, 16 reps.
Yeah, it was pretty. I was excited about that one.
Yeah, I would be too.
That's because I didn't like I haven't done like a 225 type test since the combine. I mean, there's no reason to do it other than the combine, obviously. So we worked our way up in the weight room last year in the off season, and we had a day where they said, okay, this is your weight. It's just see how many you can get, and my weight was 340, and so it was awesome.
What is that? So I ask guys who come in here who are like super fast, how cool is it to be fast? How cool is it to just be like, I could lift anything? Like, see that rock over there? I can lift it.
It doesn't really have any perks. It doesn't. I mean, the only thing it has is like people expect you to do stuff if you need help. Like,
they're like,
come help me move
right
now.
now.
Like it's like a guy with a pickup truck. Everybody calls you.
It's true.
Yeah, same thing with reaching tall things on shelves. Like people are like, hey,
I never had that problem.
Go get stuff on shelves.
I'm average.
I don't believe you. I feel like it's probably still got to be pretty cool. Like you just pick up little shit. I don't know.
Yeah, but like when do you actually lift? Like being fast. It's like we were at a Gatorade dinner the other night, and Usain Bolt was there, and we were talking about how like people always challenge him to a race. He's like, people always challenge me to a race, but I mean, I have to stretch. He's like, I can't just race you out of the gate. He's like, I have to stretch and stuff. But then I saw him the next day, and he did that like 4.22.
Yeah,
in regular shoes.
Yeah, regular shoes.
And I was like, we just talked about this last night, and he ran a 4.22. I was like, that's insane.
Right.
The guy's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I think with you, it's you get used to being able to pick stuff up, so you don't really appreciate when you're doing cool stuff around the house that maybe other people couldn't
agree.
do.
What's the heaviest thing that you've tried to pick up lately that you were like, damn, I wish I was stronger?
Probably I squatted 450 pounds the other day, so that was probably the heaviest thing that I've picked up.
Yeah.
No, I didn't use a belt though because I'm a man. But
of course.
Yeah, just free squat.
Heaviest thing I picked up? I don't know. Probably like all my fears every morning when I wake up. Just like, here we go. Let's do it again.
I had a pretty big burger the other day. It was
There you go.
It was 3 patties, and so that was like I wish I was bigger. So
how many cheat days you up to?
It's a little bit different. So, man, this is tough to be honest with you. So, part of the thing with my knee is that obviously you want to keep as much inflammation out as you can, and so I was talking to our nutritionist last week, and he was like, if you really want to try and keep your inflammation as low as possible, he goes, you should go on a gluten-free, dairy-free diet. And I said,
dude, I'm from Wisconsin.
I said, bro, I'm from Wisconsin. I'm 290. Like, gluten-free, dairy-free, what the hell am I going to eat?
Yeah.
Like,
just meat. Just all meat,
it's just
right?
like rice and chicken and avocados. And so
that sucks.
So I tried it for a week and a half before I came to New York because I knew when I'm in New York, I was like, I'm going to have some pizza. I was going to have some bagels. Like, I wanted to eat that stuff. When I'm at my house, I can do it. Like, I can plan enough meals. But when you go out in the world, I mean, I'm not going to be that guy at the dinner table that's like, do you have a gluten-free, dairy-free menu?
Right.
Like, I'm not. So it's very tough. But
Did you notice a difference though?
it was too short to really notice a difference, but the gluten-free, I could definitely tell I had like more energy throughout the day, which was interesting.
Interesting.
Like it was interesting. The dairy-free, I think, needs a longer time to settle in. I mean, I'm from Wisconsin, man.
Yeah, you can't.
Like a glass of milk with dinner is like almost standard.
How much weight do you think you're going to gain when you quit, when you retire?
I think I'll lose. I think I'll lose weight.
Really?
Because when I had my first back surgery, the treatment is to walk 12 miles a day. Or actually, my second back surgery. The treatment is just to walk. So you can't do anything but
Did
walk.
You do little weights?
No, nothing. I was just walking on the side of the road back in Wisconsin, and I dropped all the way down. I started at 290. I dropped all the way down to 266 in the course of like 2 months. Because I don't necessarily love eating as much as I do. I know I have to. So it's much more now of just eating to keep the weight on and keep the muscle on. But when I'm done, I'll probably eat 3 regular meals a day and not get crazy with it.
Yeah.
You'll probably drink more beer, though.
Probably, no doubt.
Wine is though good for the inflammation.
That's what they say.
That's
wine
LeBron.
bath.
I love a good Guinness though. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm a huge Guinness guy. Once I went over to Ireland and had a Guinness, I was hooked.
The Guinness they have at that factory, I think it's like they do something to it
It's
that makes
insane.
it better. So then you just want Guinness for the rest of your life.
I don't disagree with
It's
that.
not
at
like I've been to that
Yes.
place and I've had that pint and it's not. It's
No.
the greatest beer on earth.
Yes.
That one single pint
Yes.
up at the top.
all. Yes.
And they fuck with your head forever.
Yes, 100%.
Okay.
If you tell somebody to try Guinness here, they'll
Yes.
be like, "Oh, it's good," but if
Right.
you tell somebody to try Guinness there, they're like, "Guinness is awesome."
Right.
I'd say the
Forever.
entire country of Ireland. It does
Yeah.
taste different.
It's
over
something
there.
different.
They
Yeah.
said, I don't know if I'm remembering this wrong, but they said not a single keg in any pub in Guinness or in Ireland is more than 7 days old, which would be
I believe that
incredible.
because they drink it so fast that they have to ship
fly
another
through
one.
it,
Yes,
man.
Yeah.
I believe that big
Yeah.
time. Big time.
Well, going off your nutrition thing, I read something earlier today that Brian Cushing is getting hired by the Texans to be strength and conditioning.
That is true.
Kush.
Is he going to be like the head guy or assistant or what?
He's an assistant. Yeah,
Is that going to be weird for you having like your old teammate trying to coach you up on stuff?
No, I mean he's obviously he loves the weight room. He's got a ton of knowledge in there, so he knows what he's doing. He loves the game, and he was a successful player for such a long time. So I don't think it'll be that weird. I'm sure we'll crack some jokes here and there, but no, it should be all right.
Don't drink Starbucks around him.
That's right. Yeah,
yeah.
That's girl stuff.
Like that. How much did you hate? Did you hate Hard Knocks?
Yeah,
But you were also the
but
star.
It also came at a time that wasn't.
That was peak JJ.
Yeah, it was.
That was
and,
peak
and
JJ.
It is one of those things where you look back and you're like,
Shit.
man, if I did that today, I would do it a lot differently. You know.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm happy that you did it. So I
Yeah,
have that
I know,
forever.
yeah. I mean, it is such. They're around 24/7.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, so like, I don't care how normal you say you're gonna act. I don't care how like every single time you turn around and you see a camera or microphone, you cannot physically act completely normal all the time. Like,
Right.
It's just hard.
We have it here. I mean, we get filmed all the time, and it does. There's many times where it's like, this sucks.
Right, because you're So
Yeah.
I mean, no, but I look back at that and there's definitely some things where I'm like, dude, I mean, come on.
The tire flips were good. I like the tire flips.
Fort
Do
Minor.
you still listen to Fort Minor?
It comes on every now and then, but no, I wouldn't say it's in the regular rotation.
Okay.
What's in the regular
Spotify just
rotation?
When it comes on,
recommends
I
to you?
think of you guys every single
Yeah,
time.
I mean,
so, I mean,
you
it's
should.
I like that.
I mean, it's over. I mean, like, what do you want me to do? Like 10% luck off. Fuck, you know? Jesus
That's so
Christ.
good. That's so good.
Yeah.
All right, can we talk about Wisconsin commencement?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you were just named the commencement speaker at the University of Wisconsin, our alma mater. Did you graduate?
Nope.
So
I don't know
my
if they-
alma
I
mater.
don't know if they know that.
You were a dropout.
Yeah.
For a good reason. So that's my dream. That's like I was telling these guys before. That's my if I ever make it, it would be like, hey, come do the Wisconsin commencement.
Right.
I don't think it will ever happen. I had to like beg on Twitter for them to send me some fucking free gear. So for the football team. So I think I'm very many steps away. Are you excited? Nervous?
I'm excited. I'm really excited. You know, every person I've talked to since they announced it just a couple days ago has said, you should just be completely free because I don't remember who was my commencement speaker.
Right. I don't. We said that.
Yeah.
We had that conversation on the
so
elevator.
it's like I honestly, I'm going to try and make it great. I'm going to try and make it incredible. But at the end of the day, everybody there is just thinking about how quickly can we get out of here.
Yep.
Graduation we're hot in our outfit.
Mm-hmm.
We want to get to the drinks. Like we want to celebrate our. So I'm like, I don't know.
Do you know how you can make it incredible?
Give everybody beer.
Well, or Stone Cold music. Psh, Big Cat comes out. Tag team.
So if you got
We
the call,
tag team
let's say you got the call
commencement
next year.
Yeah.
What is your plan?
I'd swear a lot.
They'll love you if you cuss.
Yeah, I'd swear a lot. Just
Or
so
you know,
that people be like, what? Because then you remember it.
Yeah. You
Maybe
can be
I do-
remembered. There is a way to be
There is a way to be
remembered.
remembered. I don't know. I'd probably, it's weird
Because
That's
your
actually a
thing is
tough
being
question.
funny.
Yeah, that's a tough question.
So are you going to
No, I try to be honest because I
Right.
try to be like, hey, look, like college is fun, but it really doesn't matter.
Right.
Kind of thing. That kind of thing.
Right.
Like, hey, guess what, guys? Like, none of this shit matters.
Yeah.
you could tackle Big Cat, like bring him out on stage,
Oh.
and it'll be like the Zach Brown
Right,
concert.
right.
That was real, right?
I might go.
Yeah.
I might go. And
Totally.
I might go sit front row.
Dude, that guy broke a rib.
Did
yeah,
he?
I
Yes.
heard. Yeah.
That was insane.
That was also peak JJ.
It was.
Yeah,
It was.
I might. What if I sat front row, like the scene
could
from The
heckle me.
Godfather, and you saw my face, you're like, oh Jesus Christ.
I just freak out. I just-
In your underwear.
Yeah.
You're supposed to picture everybody in their underwear. Big Cat will give you a model. He'll just be there wearing
Right.
just a pair of MeUndies.
Yes.
just take
That'll
a- yeah.
relax. I actually have a piece of advice. You should start out with a joke. Do you want to hear my favorite
Let's
joke?
hear it.
It's what's the difference between a chickpea and a garbanzo bean?
What?
It doesn't cost $50 to have a garbanzo bean on my chest.
Okay.
Okay.
The chickpea got it.
Break the ice a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is a good
no
one.
doubt.
I think actually the people of Wisconsin would love that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hank,
no,
Hank
they
put
would.
in the laughter
Yeah,
sound
put in that
effect
laugh
after
track.
that, yeah.
No, I think
so when I obviously live in Texas now, and the Baylor School of Medicine gave me a doctorate degree.
yeah.
So I don't want to put any pressure on the people of Wisconsin. I don't want to put any pressure at all. But I'm from Wisconsin, and I'm not even from Texas.
And you
They gave
don't
me
have a
doctorate.
degree from
I don't have
Madison.
it, yeah. So I mean, I'm just saying.
You think they'll give you one?
I mean, it's pretty easy to get a doctorate degree from Texas. If you suck rattlesnake poison out of somebody's leg,
Shit.
you're like, that's Doc JJ.
Yeah.
Wait,
so,
you
know,
need a degree?
I mean, it would be cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a doctorate, so I mean,
How many credits shy are you?
A lot.
I was gonna like workshop this. Like
No.
we could get our listeners to just take some
Yeah.
online courses for
Right.
you, but that seems
No.
like okay.
So I
you fell
transferred
very short.
Yeah, we're pretty far away, guys.
Yeah.
I transferred from Central Michigan, and not all my stuff transferred. And I went to UW Waukesha for 6 months because
Yeah.
I couldn't transfer immediately. And then I started out in LSC, I think, and then I moved to kinesiology, which is like 1 billion credits.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm
Well, I
pretty
think you're
far.
gonna
So
do
I'm-
well.
I really shot for the honorary.
Right.
Like I went, I
Right.
said, I'm going to try and get the honorary.
You got to just like put in a bunch of jokes that are like very specific to the bars in Madison, and then people will love you.
That
Be like,
was my opening line is going to be something like, guys, I know none of you really care what I'm about to say. It's just a race to the terrace to get spotted cow.
There you go.
So
yeah, or be like, hey, guess what? In the real world, not every bar has drinks as stiff as Mondays, something like
Right,
that, and be
yeah.
like, oh shit,
right, you
Good
can't
job,
drown
JJ.
your sorrows in a
Yeah.
Wando's fishbowl.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Boom, we're good. I
feel like
I
I'm
think we
there,
just
yeah.
wrote your. I think
Yeah.
we just wrote it.
We did.
That whole thing. Boom.
Just make it about drinking, just about alcohol.
I mean, that's if you want to win the hearts of a bunch of like University of Wisconsin Madison
It is a
graduates.
gigantic.
Huge.
There's like 50,000 people there.
I think
right?
we did mine in the Kohl Center. I think did they do it in the stadium?
Yeah, it's in the state. Somebody sent me a
Fuck.
picture of it. All the graduates are on the field, and they take up the whole field, and then all the families and everybody are in the stands, and the whole lower bow's filled.
Jesus Christ.
It's insane.
That's big time.
Yeah.
You should actually do it in full pads. That's what you should
Just
do.
come out and be like,
Yeah.
sorry, it's the only way I know how
Yes,
to do camp
do
branding.
that.
bring the Letterman
Yes.
jacket back.
Should I just work out? Should I
Yeah.
just do a 30-minute workout?
You actually
Just box jump onto the
These
stage.
are all good ideas.
Like Tony
Like,
Perkis, the
yes.
Perkis system.
Yeah.
Like,
If you got everyone on
come
their
on,
feet,
guys,
yeah, get
let's
on your
go.
feet,
Let's
guys.
go.
Let's
Bring out
do it.
Lars. Like,
Yes.
yeah, let's do it, man.
These are very.
just a log over my head.
This works. This
would work.
works. Maybe bring out Bielema. Can you believe he has a Super Bowl ring?
No.
Do you see him jogging through the concourse? That was amazing.
I got beers with him. We had him on the
Really?
show. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Recently.
And I was like, yeah, your wife blocks me on
In
Twitter.
Atlanta?
No, it was a couple of years ago
Oh,
here in
okay,
New York. I think he'd just been fired, and he can put him back.
I don't doubt it. I mean,
He's a big boy.
yeah, he's an offensive lineman. He played at
Yeah.
Iowa,
Iowa,
and, Wisconsin. I mean,
Yeah.
It was so funny watching him. He was running down to the field to, be in the celebration after the Super Bowl, and watching him like try to sprint through the concourse and like try to evade people and elude people.
Wait.
Yeah,
Explain
yeah.
this to me.
So no, he's going up from
Because he's up in the booth.
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
you.
And so he's making his way down right after the game. And like the entire Patriots coaching staff is trying, and they're all outrunning him. It's like the running of the bulls, but
no.
if all the humans were way faster than the bull.
Bull's just behind
The bull's
everyone.
just like, oh, come on, guys. I need
Whatever
to
happened to your guys' keto diet? I just
Oh,
thought.
we,
our intern that put
intern,
us on that tweeted out a picture of my dick and my cell phone number. So
yeah, and we also
stop
just
that.
didn't.
Wow.
We hired a 19-year-old who didn't know what keto was, so he would just Google it. He'd just give us food and be like, "Wait, you can't eat that."
Right.
So we just
felt awful all the time.
Yeah,
too.
it sucks. Have you done it?
No.
It's terrible.
One of my buddies is trying it now, and he has no clue.
Keto flu sucks.
The best part is when you pee on the strip and then it tells you that you're in keto. That's a
So
good.
you guys
feeling.
do it that.
We did it
You
for
did
like
it that serious where
for
you
like
actually
2
did the
weeks.
peeing on
Yeah,
the strip.
yeah. That's how
Okay.
the penis picture was put out there.
I
I guess
get
he
it.
was videotaping.
you just eat like pork rinds and it's terrible.
Jeez, man.
It's gross. Your breath smells bad.
Yeah.
My breath always
Does
smells
it
bad.
include intermittent fasting or not?
No, but I want to get into that. Have you done that?
No, but I know guys that
I heard
do
your
that.
brain gets really active.
See, the problem with all these things is just the sustainability of it. Because,
know,
like,
but-
at some point, you're going to be in a situation where you can't
Right.
do it. Like,
Right.
you have to do something. And I'm like, if you can just make subtle lifestyle changes instead of doing these wholesale changes, I feel like it has
That's
to be.
way too rational. I'd rather
That's what I
just
try and tell my
fast
buddy, because
for a week.
my buddy does all these different diets. Like, every one that comes out, he's like, I'm in. And I'm like, guy,
Yeah.
you do every one for 2 weeks and you're done.
That's
Like,
he sounds
just
like
stop
my
eat-
friend.
Every
Yeah.
time you're going to
Me.
grab a bag of chips, grab an apple. Like, it's not that hard.
Yeah,
you
just
know?
eat healthy and then exercise occasionally,
Yeah,
and you'll be
occasionally.
okay.
That's tough. I'm more on your friend's side.
Do you have nutritionists that work for the team, or do you have your like Alex Guerrero guy that's like specializing how many avocados
Right.
need to be injected into you?
No, we have one that works for the team. We got a new guy that came on last year, and he has an assistant. Both of them are incredibly smart. They're a lot of fun to talk to, but sometimes it's like that situation where he's so smart and he knows so much, and I'm like, okay, yes, I know if I ate only
Right.
walnuts for breakfast,
Right.
like I'd be incredible. But like you gotta work with me, meet
Right.
me halfway here, guy.
Yeah.
So he's gotten really good at that, and it's been a lot of fun to work with him. But yeah, sometimes nutritionists are just they have such this perfectionist view of the world where I'm like, you got to at least meet me halfway.
I think it's just because they know so much, so they see like when they look at a piece of food that's not good for you, they're like poison.
Right.
Whereas we see it and we're like,
Yeah,
I want that.
Yeah. And I'm sitting here thinking like, okay, I cut out dairy. Is my shoulder going to swell up truly because I'm drinking a glass of milk, or like what minute
Probably
level
not.
of
Yeah.
like, you know, like
Yeah.
I mean,
It gets to a point. Yeah, I think you have the right take on it. For sure.
I've always wondered, like, people in your position, obviously you're at the top of your game as far as, like, you know, athletes go. In the off season, how much stuff do you, like, try to do completely different to, like, refocus on something new? Or if it's, like, something nutritional.
Right.
Like, I wouldn't imagine, even if your nutritionist was like, all right, JJ, we're going on the, like, strict paleo diet this entire off season. Like, you're already pretty fucking good, right? So how much do you actually change up off season with your training?
right. So like the first thing I do after our season ends, the first 3 days, it is literally eat and drink whatever you want.
Yes.
So it's a blast.
Just 3 days?
Yeah, it's 3 days because you feel
That's like every
sick,
weekend.
man.
Yeah.
Do you think that's
feel
what Jesus was doing when he
so
was
sick?
Yes.
He was just like, I'm just going to gorge.
Yeah, going for it. I'm going for it.
So I mean, it is a full sleeves of Oreos. I mean, it is like everything. Guinness is going down. It's everything for 3 days. It's a fun time to be around.
Yes.
But waking up is miserable. But then after those 3 days, for the first 2 weeks, I'm still on like eat pretty healthy, but you know, go out for a burger here, go out for what you want there. After those 2 weeks are done, you pretty much kind of lock it back in, and I pick when I'm going to have fun and when I'm not. So like I try and do a weekend with my buddies every year where we go for like 4 days, and that one I'm like, okay, you can do whatever you want there, but you got to lock in before leading up to that. Or like
Right.
this week with my girlfriend here in New York, eat what you want and enjoy it, but next week you have to lock in. And so you just try and do it where you have to stay sane, because a lot of it's mental. I mean, a lot of it is you can't just stay boom, boom, boom the whole time. Otherwise, you're going to go crazy. So you got to give yourself some breaks, and it's a good way to do it.
Congrats on having a girlfriend, by the way.
Hey, thanks,
That's
guys.
a sick brag.
Yeah.
brag
You know,
you
guys,
just-
just
Big
a nice
time.
brag.
It actually
nice.
it must be nice dating somebody that is also like an elite athlete, because you guys keep each other in check a little bit. You couldn't date like a wino that's like, I'm gonna go, hey, I'm gonna be right back in. I gotta smoke a cigarette.
Watch
you know?
like drinking Chardonnay at 11 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It'd be
but the
tough.
crazy thing with her is so she has a crazy sweet tooth. She loves like chocolate chip cookies. She loves desserts, and she has a 6-pack. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what she eats. So like we went to Levain Bakery today, which is up here in New York, and they got these cookies that are insane. And I'm like, I can't eat that. She'll eat 3 of them and
That's not fair.
have a 6-pack. And
That's
I'm
not
like, but it is fun. I mean, it's competition. It's a blast. And I swore I could be a Premier League goalie. I said when we first started
You should
dating,
do it.
and she's a soccer player, so I was like, give me 1 year to train. I said, let's say it's at the end of my career after I retire.
I like this.
1 year to train.
It's gonna
I
make
think I can do
soccer
it.
hardos mad.
Dude, no. This story comes back around, hits me in the face.
Oh
hard.
no.
So she was like, no, you can't. And I was like, yes, just give me a year. I said, I'm athletic, I'm agile, I can move, use my hands just like batting balls. Like,
Right.
not that hard. And so she goes, okay, come to the field. And so we went out to the field. She put it not even on the penalty spot, the 18-yard line, which is like the big box far away. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to stop this, no problem. She smoked a ball past my face so fucking fast. And I was like, no chance. I said, no, you can give me 5 years to train. No chance. It's insane how fast and how hard she can kick a ball. And I can only imagine, obviously, what, like, Ronaldo flying past my face.
That burst my bubble.
You should still try, though.
Yeah. We need to have it be that all of our American athletes can play soccer at the highest level if they wanted to. Because otherwise, we become betas in the world scheme.
No. I agree.
Like,
so
you could still.
I still think with training.
You got
give me a year of
I
training.
own a
Give me
team,
year of
so
training.
I'll just have you be
perfect.
Oh, they hate me. They want me out.
Who do you own?
Swansea.
Oh yeah.
They're not in the Premier League anymore.
No, they got knocked out.
And every now and then there'll just be people on Twitter who'll be like, "Yanks out, fuck you, you fat pig," and I just be like, "What the hell?" Like, dude, I own like 0.001% of 1%.
Oh,
How'd
man.
this happen? What's your Chelsea team? Oh,
Yeah,
that's
man,
gross.
it's been a struggle year.
That's gross, though.
It's been a struggle. Well, I mean, I went to a game like 6 years ago or something, and I mean, I didn't know anything about the Premier League back then, and I was like, I want to get into this. It's awesome, and I truly love watching it.
Yeah,
like,
it's
I wake
fun.
up every weekend. I love to watch it in the morning. I think part of the reason I love watching it is because I don't know a ton about like the logistics of it all and everything. American sports, I know how free agency works. I know how like these backdoor conversations. Like I know how all the inner workings of it, and it kind of screws you up as a fan because it's hard to get fully into a team because you know how it all goes in the back end. So I'm watching over there. I don't know what the hell these transfer fees are, and like that you got to buy it or the right to buy a player.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I just blindly am a fan, and I love watching it.
I also think that the Premier League, part of the reason why people like watching it, and this is at least for me personally, it's very appeasing in the morning on a Saturday or Sunday. The pitch is so green, and it just kind of lulls you. It's like almost watching the Masters.
It is.
It's a very nice, easy way to start the day. Like if it was an NFL football game at 8 a.m.,
harsh.
It's even the London game.
Right.
It's always like, oof, this is a little early. But
you get the pitch, you get a nice British accent in your ear. You're
no
like,
commercials.
There's a cup of coffee.
Take a little nap.
Yep.
Yeah,
back and
Wimbledon's
forth.
kind of the same way too.
Yes.
Like when you
No
see
doubt.
the strawberries and cream.
Yeah,
and
it's like
everybody's wearing white.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a nice way to wake up in the morning.
It is, and
I
they do a
agree.
great. I love the coverage. I mean, it's such. They do. I love.
Have you been on Men in Blazers?
No,
We're friends with those guys.
Are they?
Yeah,
They're
you
good
should
guys.
do that. Yeah,
Is it fun?
Yeah,
I watch every week. Like I said, I mean, the games are like at 6 a.m. sometimes. but
yeah.
It's one of my favorite things to do. Wake up, make a cup of coffee, and then just sit there and watch the Premier League.
People are going to love this. They're going to be like, J.J. Watt, supporter of soccer, even though he's a football player.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What's
we,
the back-
we play in London this year too.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
You play?
first time. We played
Jaguars.
the Jags. Yeah.
Yep, I knew it.
Always
okay.
Jaguars.
Shouldn't even
Yeah,
ask.
I mean, come on.
What was back to the whole back deal whispers around the room, like how sports work? What were you saying with that?
I don't know.
Like about how players
Yeah,
switch
I tried to-
teams
yeah,
sometimes.
Circle
I
back
know.
on that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
like how do things go together?
I don't know.
Do you think you're ever going to get cut?
It's possible.
That's kind of mean.
No, I mean it's.
It just popped in my head.
It's a business.
We're at that portion of the interview where we're just doing
No,
pop
I
in the head
like that.
questions.
I like
Yeah.
that. It's definitely possible.
Oh, speaking of getting cut, how come you haven't trained with knives like Aaron Donald?
Good question.
It's because it's scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
It's wildly dangerous.
Yeah.
He actually told us they were fake knives.
That's bullshit. Come on.
How many more years do you think you're
So
going to
I mean, like that. Like how come? Like could you imagine? Could you imagine if I did that 4 years ago?
Oh,
when you
we'd
guys were ripping my ass?
roast you.
Yes.
I mean, it would be game
hey,
over.
JJ, knives are actually like cause
Yeah.
thousands of murders a year.
Yeah, like every now and then, like on my Instagram Explorer page, I'll see something, whether it's an athlete or not an athlete, and I'll be like, if I did that in 2014 or 2015,
Yes.
I would.
It was
That would have
peak.
been, yeah,
Yeah.
it was, no doubt. But I think that's part of it too. Is like that was kind of during like a come up. Like I was,
Yeah.
So as you're on the come up, anything you do becomes a news story. So like they'll pick up anything and it becomes a headline. Like my house up in Wisconsin, all that stuff, and it's headlines. And then it's like you're everywhere, and it feels like oversaturation. And you kind of do stuff that I was doing
Right.
stuff obviously I wouldn't do now, but. It all culminates in like okay, this guy's turned into kind of.
And the internet, I think, was a little meaner. Like the internet shifts. The internet does weird things.
Still
where
pretty
it's-
mean.
It is still pretty mean. But
Twitter
it, like,
mainly. Twitter's.
But
pretty
it
mean.
all just kind of shifts. I get maybe it's not the internet's meaner. I think people have become more aware of trolls and start to kind of tune them. Like people now know the playbook on trolls. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you feed them,
Right.
it gets worse.
Right.
So
Right.
you should never have responded to us.
We wouldn't be here today.
Yeah, that's true. And we wouldn't be friends. Best friends.
Correct.
How many more years are you gonna play?
It's a good one.
You almost retired.
When?
When you wrote that letter saying you almost retired.
I said I thought about
No,
it.
remember, but then you saw the kid wearing your jersey, and you were like, I'm not going to retire because
He
of this
wasn't
kid.
wearing your jersey.
You're right. That was almost like the end of.
Yes.
That was like the start of a transition towards.
Yes.
2 years away from the game will do that to you, man.
Yeah, it was a sappy story. It was a good story.
Yeah. It was.
Was
yeah.
you actually wearing your jersey?
Yeah. No, it was real. I mean, that whole story was real. See, that's the thing. Like, even like during that time, because of like what I had built up, I guess.
Yes.
Like, even when you're writing something that's 100% real
Right.
and true, and like,
Everyone's like, come on,
yeah,
man.
everyone's like, dude, really, the kid's wearing a fucking jersey. And I'm like,
happened upon him.
I'm like, no, that's serious. Like, during that time, I was like, as I was writing this article, I was like, this is so pointless because I'm right. This is 100% true and it's like a legit story, but I'm gonna get ripped for it. So like, it was hard, man.
You should have been like he was wearing a Jadeveon Clowney jersey.
Yeah.
And I was like, I got to get back so
Right.
that this kid will start to wear my jersey.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
But I don't know, man. I feel really good. Like, my body feels really good right now. Last season was good just to get back on the field, to get back playing. I'm going to be honest. If you told me before the season you're going to have 16 sacks and be an All-Pro, I would have said, hell yeah, sign me up. Because I honestly
Is that
didn't.
how many you had?
I think you had 17, didn't you?
No,
16?
16, yeah.
16.
But like, I would have said hell yeah, because as hard as I trained and as much as I did, I still didn't know for sure if it was going to be
Right.
good or not, you know?
Right.
And now this offseason, my body feels great. I can train the whole offseason, and I can really build the confidence up that I need to play confidently week to week, not just go out there and be on the field. I want to play truly special football.
That's awesome.
That's good.
my goal.
Yeah.
Which one of your brothers do your parents love the most?
Oh, Derek's having a baby this month.
Oh, so
the
it's
answer.
him.
So, I mean,
That's the
I mean,
answer.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's not fair.
That's
He got
easy.
married first. He's having a baby.
Yep.
Yeah.
He got a
Yep.
dog before any of us.
He
So,
won
yeah.
that playoff game.
He did.
Did you see that
He did.
barrel roll
Dude.
that he did on that was a touchdown.
Bullshit.
Yes.
Such bull. I was screaming at my television.
Yes.
Because I mean, the guy hasn't had a chance to touchdown his whole career. Playoff game, it is a touchdown.
Yes.
And I was
He got
livid,
screwed. Yeah.
but it was kind of cool that they showed it like 600 times. So at least he got some.
It was the
true.
longest replay that I've ever seen.
That's true.
And seeing a fullback do a barrel roll on the goal line was like very, very funny to watch because
Right.
I've never seen that before. But yeah, he got screwed out of that one.
Yeah, but I gave him credit because it was a hell of a catch. The throw was a little low, so it was a hell of a catch. Rolled in, had the thought process to roll it in, but it was funny because I was watching the Pro Bowl and it's the Chargers coaching staff, and the Chiefs fullback was in there, and like people were pulling for the MVP because he had like 6 catches.
Yeah,
and, like,
Shermanator. Yeah.
And I'm like, where are all these plays from? I was like, Derek's a fullback for the
Yeah,
Chargers. I haven't seen a single play all
right.
year.
Let's
You
get
know?
him out in space.
Yeah.
I think Sherman wanted the MVP like really badly.
No
I think
doubt.
he had them install specific packages for him.
No doubt.
By the way, he's on our fullback. We do a fullback of the year award for college football, the Low Man Trophy. Tell Derek that if he wants to be on the committee, we can.
We have
make
voting
this-
committee.
okay.
It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
John Kuhn, Aaron Ripkowski,
Oh, okay.
Vontae Leach. It's a lot of good
big
players.
deal.
Oh, yeah.
It's a
very-
big
I'm
deal.
surprised you
I mean,
didn't
I've heard
actually
about it.
ask
I've heard
me
about it.
Yeah,
me
yeah,
about it
you've
already.
heard
I
about
thought it would be rude to ask about it, seeing as I'm not a fullback.
Yes,
but I
that's
did play
true.
fullback one play and score a touchdown.
There you
in
go.
the NFL.
That
Okay.
counts.
Well, you'd be more proud if you had played fullback and gotten the lead block that led to another man getting a touchdown. That's how I know you're not a real fullback.
He got
that-
you.
Yeah.
That was good.
What about TJ? Did you talk to? I mean, they had a crazy season.
They did.
you talk to him throughout, being like, "Hey, man, any advice?" Or
It was wild, man. I mean, their season obviously was wild, just up and down. But then everything that happens off the field too.
Right.
I mean, it's wild up there.
who do you vote for team MVP? That's the most important question.
I didn't even ask him about that, but I like some teams have that, and some teams it's like so. If you think about it, it's a weird thing.
It's a very weird thing.
You know, and
it's also a
especially-
weird thing to get mad about. That's
especially
really
to do it like publicly, like,
Right.
If you want to vote it and tell the guys, but I mean, I don't. What's that for?
Yeah.
Like what? You know, I guess.
So you voted for Juju.
I literally didn't ask him. I'm going to ask him.
Yeah,
I honestly don't know if he voted. I don't know if it was a team. Like, I don't know how that works.
How often do you talk to your brothers during the season?
Oh, we talk every day.
Really?
We have a group text literally every day. We talk multiple times a day, either phone call or text.
You should
every
pop
single
us
day.
in that group text every now and then.
Yeah,
Just
well,
to just
just
fuck
be
shit
cool.
up.
That's what
What do
we're
you guys wanna
basically
say?
family.
What do you guys wanna
What up?
say?
We're best friends.
Actually, this is a good point. I want to say this out loud so that we can get this on record. We want to challenge the Watt brothers to feats of strength. PFT, myself, and Hank. Whenever you want, whenever you're all together in Wisconsin, we'll come. Take 2 hours. We'll feats of strength. We'll
What kind of
set
feats
up.
of strength? Like Festivus? Like
Yeah, kind of like
we
we'll
could
set up
wrestle
maybe
or
like
chess.
just nothing to get anyone hurt, but like some kind of competition, decathlon, something where we can kick the shit out of the Watt brothers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
we'll have to
perfect.
look into that.
Yes,
Yeah.
we're in.
That wasn't a lock-in. Don't
No, you said we'll look into that.
You said we'll lock into that.
We'll look into that.
We'll lock into that.
We'll look into that.
Okay.
I mean, there
locked
is a
into
moment
that.
where
Right.
you all will be together, right?
It'll probably be in L.A. because when Derek has the baby. there.
Oh, us
Perfect.
too. We're going to be out there
We
that
love
weekend.
In-N-Out Burger.
Yeah. Isn't that weird that we're going to be in LA
yeah,
that same
the
weekend?
same weekend.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fun.
It's incredible.
Yes.
Yeah.
That will be. We have to figure out what I want to do at least some swimming. I think I can beat you in swimming.
How far?
He's got
Short.
that pond, bro.
Very
That-
short.
Swimming was another thing that I thought I told myself I think the shortest one is the 50 meter
Yes.
at the Olympics.
Yes.
Because I start one off season. I was hurt, so I was just sitting on my couch. I was watching and I was like, what sport afterwards could I do where I could try and win a gold medal? Because the Olympics are cool, and you obviously can't play football.
Right.
So I was like, I always thought that one of the coolest things in the world is standing on the podium with the American flag and everything and winning a gold medal. But I was like, soccer goalie is one. That was my first go-to. And then I was like, the 50-meter swim, the one where you don't have to turn, because I can't turn for shit. The one where you just go straight. And I was like, I got some explosive legs. I could dive off like halfway across the pool, and then I only got to swim halfway. Give me a year to train for that.
I like that.
Could I do that?
You should do curling.
Dude, that's hard.
Handball.
That also
Have you
is-
curled?
I
Jared Allen.
have, yes.
Isn't Jared Allen trying to curl?
Yes, yeah, he's actually trying to make the Olympics.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
So
could do
there you go.
You'd be a good handball player.
Handball would be good.
Rugby.
Rugby an Olympic sport?
Yeah, sevens rugby is.
Is it?
We're the best in the world.
Second best.
I wish.
No.
I wish we were in the Six Nations. That's one of my favorite things to watch too.
It's
That's
great.
from Ireland. When I first got over to Ireland, I love watching the Six Nations rugby tournament.
If you had dedicated yourself to rugby when you were like in high school, you would probably be the best rugby player in the history of the game by far. And the U.S. probably would have won a gold medal. So do you feel? Would you like to apologize to the
Yeah.
United States?
I'd like to make my formal apology. The United States Rugby Association, all the United States people, the entire United
Think
States of
about
America.
Could have made $50,000 a year playing
Yeah.
rugby.
We could have
amazing.
been
Would've been
incredible
sick.
guys. All 290 of you that would have came.
Yes, would have
I'm
been
sorry.
awesome. All right, so we got to figure out what competition we're going to swim with a turn. You
screwed. I'm screwed.
You screwed yourself there.
Are you good at the turn? Can you legitimately?
Yeah,
do
oh
it?
yeah, I can turn.
Dude, I drink water like it's like
I can
nothing.
turn. I can.
I can't
What are
turn.
you looking at? What are you shaking your head, Hank? It will be like
Hank, have you seen it?
You've never seen me turn.
Exactly.
Yeah, I can turn, bro.
He,
I'll fucking go to a pool right now and turn.
I can't even swim without sucking water down. Like I have to do the thing where your head's above the water and swim because I can't. I've tried.
Yeah, you're fucked.
I
I'm
know.
gonna beat you.
So we did
that's why
we
I
did
feel-
laps in the Jacksonville Jaguars pool, the one that they have in the stadium, and Big Cat went all the way down underwater, turned and came back,
You have
then
seen me
turned
turn.
again,
Shut up.
Yes.
and went back. He
Oh,
set the
no,
record
rock-
in
yeah,
that pool.
I'm screwed.
I
Right.
didn't
yeah,
do the
in
flip
jeans.
turn, though.
Well, it's because it was too shallow. See?
Yeah.
So this actually is. I have a hypothetical that I've always said I could beat. There's no athlete in the world that could beat me in every single sport.
That's
You couldn't
interesting.
beat me in every single sport. There's one sport I could beat you in. I don't know what it is, but I could find it. I think it might be swimming and turning.
If it's longer than a one shot,
There we go.
Yes, I think
See,
you
I
have a
have
shot.
the right to like change all the like.
Yeah, the rules and
Darts
everything.
is
Yeah.
a sport. I just have to
Are you
beat
good at it?
I'm pretty good.
I think I could
Have you watched darts? On
Oh,
TV?
it's awesome.
I love watching.
So we'll add
darts.
darts. That
I
will be
love
one of the
watching
competitions.
darts.
We got to think of
table tennis.
Yeah.
I could
No,
take you in
I
table
got-
tennis.
No, you can't.
who
Do you do
has
spins?
We got one. Yeah, we got one in the locker room last year, and one of our teammates is unbelievable at it, and he taught me a whole bunch of stuff, and so I eventually worked my way up to being pretty good at
Who's
it.
really good at it?
His name is Bruce Ellington. He used to play for the 49ers. He
Yep.
played for us. Then he was on the Lions this year. He said that they brought in a table in San Francisco, and they brought in a true professional, like one of the guys from the Olympics or whatever. And he was there for 2 days, and he taught them a whole bunch of stuff. And then he kind of tried to teach me.
All right, so we'll do that.
I think I could kick a football farther than you.
No way.
All right,
far
well,
can
we'll
you
do
My
it.
dad loved to punt as a kid, so he
No,
always
I'm not
taught me
talking.
how to punt.
I'm talking.
Oh,
kick
you're talking kicker,
off
kicker?
the ground. Yeah,
Field
How
goals.
far can you go?
I can kick a 60-yarder.
A field goal?
I'm his holder.
Yeah.
Also not true.
What?
No, I have. Kicked,
Yes,
I
you
have
can.
kicked a 60
Yeah, I'll
yarder.
back you up.
I
I'll
kicked
back
a,
you up.
Really?
Yeah,
He's got a
I
fucking
kicked
sick leg.
I kicked a 60-yarder in a rugby game one time.
Yeah.
Well, with a rugby ball?
Yeah.
Well, that's different.
Well, I can kick a 60-yard field goal with a football too.
Yeah. High altitude.
I actually train with footballs because the
see
sweet
that.
spot's smaller on a football than a rugby ball.
We'll do that one.
Yeah, we'll do a snap. It will be. We'll time it. Will be a snap, hold, kick, and you got to make it.
Like the thing in Chicago.
Yeah. So all three of us.
three of us
yes,
get in.
All three of us.
We'll do it.
Which
Here's
team
what we-
has more degrees?
Well, Hank.
I mean, do you have a doctorate?
Did Derek and?
Do you have a doctorate?
Oh, fuck,
what does
I
that
forgot
count
Hank
for?
doesn't have a degree. Shit.
No.
Okay, maybe
remember
not that
thing- remember that thing
competition.
we talked about though for Hank?
What?
The place that you can get it.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll do which team has more degrees.
Yep. Sounds good.
We have
Accepted.
one regular degree and one doctorate.
Okay. We
Doctorate's
have
got to count as
2
two.
regulars and Hank
Pending.
Pending.
Yeah.
Pending. Okay. Well, we'll figure out what we'll do 10 different
That
events.
seems ambitious for 2 hours.
Well, no, some
I don't want to impose.
no, but like no.
And we got to go from a swimming pool
Wait,
yeah.
no,
to like
but
a
hold
football
on. One
field.
of the events
And
is
his
going to
brother just
be
had a
flipping
child.
coins, like shit like that.
like quarters or like
No, just
actually
flip a
flipping
coin. Yeah, well, just literally the first event will be called the coin toss, and then we'll call tails, and we'll immediately be up 1-0.
Yeah, because we got tails.
Tails
Yeah.
never fails.
Yeah, exactly.
So earlier this season, we had the overtime game against the Colts. We had, I mean, it's a coin toss. It's the stupidest. Like everybody tries to figure it out. So we had this theory, and it worked for like the first 3 games, where like you switch back and forth each time, and we were winning. And so we had overtime against the Colts, and overtime is much more important than the beginning of the game, obviously.
Yes.
And I love tails never fails. Like that's what I generally always go with. But one of my buddies, he was like, dude, it's been going back and forth every single time. He's like, it's heads this time. It's heads. So and I was like, fuck, it has been going back and forth every single time. So I went out there and I called heads, and we fucking lost it. Man. I was
Get
like,
your own head.
But then Frank Reich basically gave you guys the game at the end of it.
that was a wild way to
So,
get
that
our
was a
first
wild
win.
way. Yeah.
Um,
It was.
We went overtime in our first 2 wins of the year.
Oh shit.
Built
Colts,
that momentum.
Cowboys. Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool when you
That's right.
swore a second ago. And you said fuck
Done it
twice.
a couple times. That's
Yeah,
this
I
is
like
the new
that. Just-
JJ.
they were just loose.
This is
Just
JJ that
guys
we're
keeping it
friends
loose.
with.
I like that.
Yeah.
Speaking of that Colts game, did you sack Andrew Luck this year?
Yeah, I sacked him 3 times.
Whoa.
2.
Did he compliment you?
Yeah. After, I mean, not immediately after the sack, but he's done that before.
Where he just says, "Good job, buddy."
Yeah, man, he's the best. I love Luck. I mean, obviously he's a great player, and I hate what he did to us in the playoffs. But he's one of my favorite players in the world to play against, because I have such an immense amount of respect for him and how he is who he is. I mean, he doesn't try to bullshit. He doesn't try to be somebody else, and he's truly just a nice, good guy. And he works hard, and he's a competitor. It's fun to play against him.
What about Bortles?
He's good to play against. I mean, it's different, but he's good to play
Yeah,
against.
because he's just
Yeah,
like
'cause
you
he
don't
can
know how to
beat the
defend
shit out of you
against
at
him.
any
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
He can.
He can run. He
He
can
can.
pass.
I mean, last year he got us pretty good.
yeah, he sure did.
Yeah.
I don't even remember if he did or not. But
Is he like number 1 on the guest rankings for this show?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
love Blake.
Yeah.
He's he's one-time Blake of the Year last year. We called Blake Griffin and Blake Bortles, and whoever answered first won Blake of the Year, and Blake Bortles wasn't doing anything, as he usually isn't. So he answered the phone.
Yeah.
It was good. It
Yeah.
was good.
That's
all right,
nice.
JJ, this has been fun, man.
Bucks or
man.
Rockets?
Dude, it's so hard. I haven't been to the new Bucks arena. Obviously, I've been to the Rockets and love watching the Rockets play. I mean, you got to go with your hometown. So
Giannis.
Bucks, yeah.
He's a fucking insane.
Dude, it's insane.
He's insane. Have you been to the new arena?
No, I've been. I got to go. I trained at their facility this offseason for a couple of days, and I got to see it up close, but I didn't actually go into it. It looks unbelievable.
Yeah.
And what they're doing with the whole area around it and everything. I mean, the Bucks, their facilities and everything they've built up there, the new owners that bought it a few years back are doing incredible things. And the rebrand, I mean, they're everything from their logo to Giannis to the rebranding. They're doing really cool things.
No
up
more
there.
Joe Prunty.
Yes.
That was sad.
Should I be worried at all about Wisconsin Badgers football? Bad
No.
year.
It wasn't ideal.
Graham Mertz.
I love Coach Chris to death. I mean,
Okay.
Coach Chris is a guy that I hope he's the coach there for the rest
I do too.
of Wisconsin football.
I think he will be.
He's incredible. I love him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this year was tough, but the bowl game's a nice win.
Well, it's weird because everything's shifted now. It used to be a season like that. It's like that's actually a decent season. But
Right,
now it's
I mean,
the expectations have completely changed.
Which is awesome.
Right.
But that, when you look back, like you look at Nebraska a few years ago with Bo Pelini.
Yep.
I mean, they were going like 9-3, and people were always like, well, we need to be better and stuff. But then you get rid of him and you're going through all this crap. So it's
Right.
like, sometimes people have to remember, this shit's hard. Like,
Right.
It's not easy.
Right.
And like, so you're going through some tough years. And this year, I think we started ranked like number 4.
Yes, which was
And
too.
I mean,
Wisconsin can't be that high on the radar ever.
Right.
We got to just lay low.
Right, and then sneak up
surprise
on
some
people.
Yeah. Like that always
So,
makes me nervous.
The high expectations definitely hurt us out of the gate.
Yeah.
But I mean, 2 years ago was awesome to watch, and it's fun. So the thing I love about Coach Chris is, I mean, he's just the man. Everything is just, he tells it straightforward like it is. He's Wisconsin football.
Wears
to
the
a T.
same gray sweatshirt.
Yeah.
that I don't even think they make anymore.
Glasses, yeah.
Yeah, he's perfect. I agree.
He's
he
awesome.
Is exactly
I
what
love
Wisconsin
that guy.
football
I'm excited to see him when I go back for commencement and have a chat with him.
Yeah, when you do the whole get everyone on their feet and bench press.
And then the chickpea
bring
joke.
me on.
Don't forget the chickpea joke.
Remember Stone Cold.
I thought you were going to make a Darren Rovell joke there with the chickpeas.
Oh yeah, you're good friends with Rovell now.
Yeah, we talk from time to time. He's
just be careful with him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's a little. He's slippery.
Where's the show stand with him right now? I know
We've
it
suspended
goes back
him.
and forth.
Suspended
Really?
him for 6 months.
What happened?
Because he got too thirsty. He was like putting me into like articles, trying to get clicks. And
he said that when he got hired at his new place, he said that he will be going on Part of My Take now that he is no longer at ESPN, and we hadn't invited him onto Part of My Take.
Self-invite.
Yeah, so it's like just chill out.
We don't hate him, but he just he needs to just relax. You gotta.
I hear you.
Nerds get overly excited
Oh,
sometimes. So you just gotta be like, dude, just
No doubt.
come on. We'll invite you when we invite you.
He did send me to a pretty unbelievable sushi spot for lunch. I give him that credit.
Food.
He loves food. Dude,
He
it's
loves
insane.
food. Yeah.
But he does like the thing where you take a bite and then throw it out. And I'm like,
Yeah, I know he
Really?
does. Yes.
He's a food waster.
Because he's got it. He does like the taste test on his Instagram stories and just takes one bite and throws it.
That's stupid to
I know.
take one bite of something and then judge
bite.
it. That's really dumb.
No, the worst. All right, JJ.